On this day of July 19th, 2013, it was a pleasant day at Six Flags Amusement Park, Dallas. People were having quality time with family and friends. A 52-year-old woman, Rosa Esparza, also went to spend some good family time there with her children and other family members. But Rosa's fate had a different plan, and the occasion of joy became a day to mourn at the amusement park when Rosa Esparza died after falling from the Texas Giant at the Dallas Six Flags in 2013. This is the tragic story of a 52-year-old mom, Rosa Esparza, who lost her life at the Six Flags amusement park after fatally ejected from 70 feet Texas Giant as the seatbelts failed to properly restrain her from falling. Rosa was the mother of two children. On 19th July 2013, Rosa, along with her family, decided to visit the Six Flags amusement park, Dallas. They planned to ride the popular Texas Giant RollerCoaster, but who knew that it would be the last ride for Rosa Esparza? The first Six Flags entertainment park opened to the public on August 5, 1961. It was in Arlington, Texas, and had a total area of 212 acres. After visiting Disney World in 1959, billionaire real estate magnate Agnes Wynn decided that his home state of Texas should also have a huge theme park, and began planning the park the following year. The expression Six Flags over Texas makes reference to the flags of the 6 different countries that have held sovereignty over Texas at various points in history. During its first year of operation, the park was visited by more than 500,000 guests. In 1990, one of the park's most well-known attractions, the Texas Giant, which has a maximum height of 143 feet, 44 meters, was officially opened to the public. When it first opened, the attraction held the record for being the world's highest wooden roller coaster and earned the annual Gold in the Ticket Awards for Best Wooden Roller Coaster not once, but twice, in 1998 and 1999. However, gradually, the ride's popularity decreased because it gained a poor reputation for being rougher than other older wooden roller coasters, which is a problem that affects older wooden coasters. The amusement park was closed for reconstruction over a period of 18 months between 2009 and 2011, during which time a significant portion of the original timber building was retained while the wooden track was replaced with steel. The modernized ride, on the other hand, was about to get involved in one of the most serious mishaps that the amusement park had ever seen. On July 19, 2013, 52 years old Rosa Esparza and several members of her family went to Six Flags over Texas. They made their decision to ride the Texas Giant roller coaster in the evening of that same day. While the others were riding together in the front, Rosa was left to sit by herself in the back. The riders are held in place by a lap bar that can be locked in place over their own laps. When the control panel's indication lights came on, this indicates that all of the lap bars have been securely fastened. When the worker at Six Flags checked Rosa's restraint, they believed that it was either a bit too high or not as tight as it should have been. At the time, they didn't bother too much about this. This was attributed to the fact that she had a larger build, and the fact that the control panel displayed an indication that all straps were fastened properly. So the ride was given the green light to begin, but within a few moments, everything came to an end. Rosa was thrown from her seat while the lap bar failed to hold her. As they hit the first bunny hop, Rosa fell on her head with her feet pointed straight up towards the sky. When they reached the third climb into the turn, Rosa was flung 75 feet and struck a support beam. She was rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately, the medical examiner found that Rosa had already passed away. She was dead at the spot of the accident. According to the report, she died from numerous severe injuries, and the death was considered an accident. Her children were among those who witnessed her horrific demise. "We need to get to Mom," they screamed, according to witnesses. They claimed that one of Rosa's family members, possibly her son, had to be held back from running to the tracks. Her daughter reportedly observed her mother lying on her back with her legs in the air. as other riders ran to rescue her. Investigation took place. However, in accordance with Texas law, Six Flags was the one to undertake the investigation into the accident's true cause. In the days that followed the tragedy, the Arlington Police Department conducted an investigation to determine whether or not criminal misconduct occurred. They were successful in persuading the authorities that criminal activity did not play a role in the incident. The investigation was conducted by both internal and external specialists. The experts reported that the victim's size may have had a role in the disaster. Either she slipped away from the restraint, or the locking mechanism failed and the lap bar opened. However, the second possibility seemed less likely given the testimony of witnesses, who stated that the lap bar was closed when the ride concluded. However, one employee, as stated in the report filed by the police, stated that the lap bar may have been higher than when the ride originally departed. Relatives of the victim have filed lawsuits against both the German manufacturer of the roller coaster vehicles, Gerstlauer, as well as Six Flags Amusements, in an effort to obtain compensation for the damages they have sustained. Six Flags and Gerstlauer both filed counterclaims against one another, with Six Flags claiming that the seat design was unsafe and Gerstlauer claiming that Six Flags workers failed to secure the victim. According to the findings of an inquiry conducted by Six Flags and Gerstlauer, they both claimed the accident was not caused by a technical breakdown. In the complaint filed in October, the family demanded at least $1 million, claiming the park disregarded risks. Six Flags denied liability in the matter and that it did not create or produce the ride. However, a confidential amount of money was given to the victim's family as part of the settlement that was struck between the three parties outside of court. The attraction was shut down for 2 months while the investigation was conducted. At the entrance to the attraction, Six Flags has upgraded the lap bar restraint pad, as well as the seat belt and test seat, so that guests may now determine whether or not they are properly secured for the ride. Because of the modifications that were made to the ride as a direct result of the accident, it is extremely improbable that a tragedy of a similar nature would ever occur again. But if those measures were taken before, the accident could have been prevented, and maybe 52-year-old Granny Rosa Esparza would have been playing with her grandchildren. Leave and like a comment if you'd like to know more about the same incident as Rosa Esparza. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more content like this.